What's up, everybody? It's your girl Keisha from Put Your Phone Down podcast. I have an amazing guest. I met her maybe like 3 months ago. Was it around 3 months ago? Probably.
I don't know. I think it was probably. I don't know. Was it around the winter time?
I think so. Yes, yes.
Oh,
Let me.
I don't remember. It's been that long ago. That's all I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all. She is a whole vibe. The minute she walked through the door, I was like, I just told. I said, it's something about you. And her vibe was so good. So I'm finding out, that she's working on some candles. And I was like, word? And then I start seeing that she has more going on. So of course, y'all know I had to hunt her down because I definitely believe in my youth. And I'm so absolutely proud of this young lady. I have TiChari on Put Your Phone Down podcast. TiChari is an entrepreneur, a young entrepreneur. Y'all know that's my favorite. She has a candle line and we had a few moments of just talking and giggling. She's a Pisces, okay? So y'all already know the connection. We talking without talking.
There you go.
We
Exactly.
reading each other's mind over here.
We don't have to say nothing. That's for
That's
sure.
it. Just feeling each other.
Mhm.
Y'all want to know the funny thing about it is she is March 1st and I am March 2nd. So this was just meant. This was just this was
Absolutely.
all meant. Tashari, I really want to thank you so much for being on the podcast. Sis, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
You already know. So we go jump straight into this candle line. Like I'm on your Facebook page and I see you got all these scents. And then I see you hopping on all these events. And I'm like, let me get her because she's already booked and busy.
Yeah.
So I want to jump straight into where did this passion come from for a candle line?
So honestly, before I even started my candle business, I was making food. Like I had my business was called TT's Plates, and I was just like making food like with wings, with breakfast menu, lunch menu, dinner menu, and I used to like sell it to my coworkers and stuff. But it wasn't consistent, because I was working at a warehouse. And I'm like, I need to move around. This is not consistent enough. But everybody like my wings, so that's how I know I cook good. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, I just need to make some shape, because I'm like, this ain't where I really want to do. So I was like, just scrolling on Google one day, like just scrolling. I'm like, I really don't know what I should take for my hobbies, because like I paint, I'm an artist myself from time to time and stuff. So I was just scrolling on Google, just typing in like side hustles to like put in within myself, just to invest myself. And like I saw like on a website, it was like about like 50 side hustles to get into. And I saw one of them was making candles. I was
Mm.
like, huh, I love candles. And I see people be making candles themselves. So I'm like, you know what? Let me try to make my own candles. So I ordered everything on Amazon. I did not know what to do. They just say get this, this, and this. I'm like, you know what? Bet I got it. So I ordered everything off Amazon. It took a lot of trials and errors to get it right, you know. And then like learning how to make a candle and like pros and cons about it until I got my own like memo of like how to make my own candles. Then when everything got settled, I'm like, you know what? I got it.
You
It's
found it.
found it. Especially
So
taking everybody else's feedback as I first launched too. And I've been doing this for almost 2 years. It will be 2 years in October. So like from hearing everybody's feedback from like different scents they want versus how I should like pretty much like presentation, because like my candles used to have like white sticker on it and I just write on it. I didn't actually have like a brand label on there or anything. I just like hand wrote everything. Now my labels actually have my actual business name, my logo, and my website on there. So I've been rebranding lately. So that's like the new upgrade, and like ever since then, like everything been like more consistent. Everybody like I always get good feedback back to back. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, your candle's so good." And I'm like, thank you." I'm like, I already know, but like, hey. So yeah, like even when I go to vendor events around my city or like out state, I always like be really, really close to selling out. So I'm like, okay, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I just gotta switch it up a notch. I gotta switch it up.
yeah.
looking forward to like switching up on like what type of scents I should do and listen to other people's feedback as far as like new products I should try and like just to see how that goes, which I have before. So it's like, hey, so that's pretty much like how Sweet Tea Candles became a pop.
I love that you broke it down, like how many steps. Like everything isn't overnight, and so you started with one thing. So you already like working with your hands, okay, cooking, but you said to yourself, I want to step it up a notch. And I love that you didn't get stuck. Sometimes when we good at something, we just kind of stay there, and then you got the materials and you asked for feedback. So I want to kind of stay there for a little bit. How did you take the constructive criticism when the feedback started coming in?
Usually, like people will say like, "Oh, like even if they don't buy a candle, they will still give me feedback. They will say like, "Oh, like sometimes a candle can like have like like little crate, like moon crates on the top of it when it's not smoothed out." And I didn't have a heat gun to smooth that out first until like someone has suggested like, "Hey." I will suggest, and this was also another candle business. Shout out to 1112 Candle Company. So they had put me on to like a heat gun to smooth out the surfaces to like so it could evenly like burn out. So like it's pretty much I take criticism as suggestions. I don't take it as like, oh, they trying to belittle me. I take that as like a suggestion, like, maybe I should try this instead of like, oh, they trying to belittle me. I think they can do better than me on candle business. I don't see competition nor seek that someone is out to get me. I find that as a suggestion. So that's pretty much like how I take a certain feedback or criticism far as a like because everybody candles is different, even store bought candles. So it's like uh, everybody's different and I do things differently than everybody else. So it's like but I'm still willing to learn and take suggestions. I take that as a suggestion.
I love that you said that. I mean, when I'm telling you, I'm feeling this because I think that's key. When you asking people, you branching out and stuff. You might ask somebody that you trust, and because you trust them, they might say something, but that's your time to take it. And like you said, as a suggestion, because everybody ain't go say the greatest thing. So I love that you're at that space. So
Right.
let's get into these scents because you have an array of scents going on. I think I smelled, oh my gosh, I want to say I smelled cinnamon. And I was like, oh my gosh. So you giving Bath and Body Works a run for their money because Bath and Body Works is very notorious for their candles. I mean, baby, sometimes you don't even got to take the lid off before you know it's gonna smell delicious. So
Mhm.
shout out to, like you said, 1112 and Bath and Body Works candles. But let's get into the scents. Did you have a fun time like coming up with the names for these scents? And what's your favorite one?
Honestly, my favorite one, I actually added this on my website too. It's called Tropical Storm. It's really like like a summer scent that I made up. It's like really like a bunch of like tropical scents. It has like notes of like mango, pineapple, passion fruit, and guava, and like it's like a mixture. I can't say because it's top secret, but that's like the key notes I can say for now because I added more in there. But yeah, that's actually because I'm a tropical person. I love tropical scents because they like more vibrant. It's a more vibrant scent. So that's
Yeah.
my favorite.
Okay. So let's get into the other scents then. So we got tropical. Now I'm a tropical girl too, baby. But you got some more scents that I saw. So I mean, I think do you do your seasonal? So what's the hottest ones like as for now? Because we moving into a whole nother season. So what are your scents now? Let's start there.
Okay, so like at first, like I would say my first year in, I was doing scents seasonally, but then like everybody was giving me like I want like a fall scent in the summertime. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just have all the seasons all year round, so y'all can get it whenever like I come around or y'all want to order on my website. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
Mhm.
so like I got fall, winter, spring, summer, and then I just added two sweet bakery scents. I just added that not too long ago. I think that was like in April. I had launched that one out, and then I have another collection coming out. That zodiac signs candles. Everybody been hitting me up like, when you launching it? When you launching it? I cannot tell y'all the dates. Y'all just gotta know. Y'all just gotta follow me on social media and be on the lookout because I cannot tell you. But it's coming out this month. I'm telling y'all, it's hitting. Everybody's like, oh, I want this. I want Cancer. I want Sagittarius. I want Pisces. I'm like, I got y'all. Just be on the lookout because once I stock up real much, because I'm doing the big restock right now. So once I stock up, y'all didn't get it because everybody's hitting me up like, make sure you got this, make sure you got this. I'm like, okay, okay. So yeah, that's pretty much all the sense I have as like far as of collections. So it's like literally over 100 cents I have now. So yeah, and I've been switching up a few things too. You know, I'll be adding a few here and there. Sometimes I announce it, sometimes I don't. I normally just announce it in podcasts. So
Yeah.
you just gotta find out.
Well, y'all heard it here first. We got the zodiac sign line coming up, and listen, you probably gonna sell out the Pisces one because why not?
Absolutely.
What?
I know. I'm like, dang. I'm like, I'm about to sell out real quick on these.
Yes, you already know because we like our mood, baby. We like our mood. We like the incense. We like the candles. We got to have our zen in place. Okay, so I'm bringing up Bath and Body Works one more time. They have a scent that's kind of like, I would say, more of a cologne for the males. Do you have any type of candles for our male listeners that want to set the tone? What's your favorite with those kind?
Ooh. Okay, so to start off the question, yes, I do man sense as well. I know it like, but from what I've been selling, most of the time they be liking like really like real clean scents, for us like fresh linen, fresh cotton, lemon scents and stuff, you know. But I be having like fresh spray of cologne. That's a best seller in between first spray of cologne and also teak wood. I have mahogany teak wood and wood. But yeah, I would say my top two best sellers that sell out just like that. Whenever I'm at an event, those are the first things I sell out so fast because even the females get it. Okay, they be like, "I want a man in the candle." I'm like, "I got you, I got you right here. This candle right."
Yeah,
Here.
you
So
know,
those are the main two ones, but I also have like a variety. They also mixed in into my collections, but I'm actually in the works of having it separated so like it could be easier for the men to find their own section if they want to like have their own section for men themselves of candles.
I'm a tweet good girl myself. I Let me tell you,
Pig would smell so good. I can tell you that it smells like a man just walked past. Like
yes,
I'm like,
yes,
oh,
yes.
okay.
And the before conversation we had, I'm down to one cat. It's just me. So I need to walk in and be like, it was somebody just here, so the
Yes.
candle sometimes be making me think other things. Okay. So man, okay, so we have that shout out to that. So I want to get into like the shipping. So how is that going for you? Are you shipping out of state yet, or how can people order from you?
So, yes, I've been shipping out. I've been shipping out ever since I have started, and that's slowly getting there. You know, so I have shipped out to 7 states so far. So I've been mainly been into like just trying to get the USA together. You know what I'm saying? Before I start shipping out internationally, I can ship it out internationally though. But like speaking of like just inside like the US, I shipped out to 7 states. I shipped out to Florida. What else I shipped out to? I shipped out to like Atlanta, Georgia, shipped out to Cali, I shipped out to Connecticut. Like I pretty much had it scattered, you know. And I have a few that was shipped out here too in Indiana. So I pretty much been shipping out to other places, but for people that don't know, I do have a website which is Sweet Tea Candles, which is SWT no SWEETTC, well, CANDLES. ES. So yeah, thewordcandles.com. So everybody can look on there, and the shipping fees is not too crazy unless you want to buy a lot of candles that day. But other than that, I don't charge too much on shipping. But I also do delivery and pickup if I'm in a different city. Like say for instance, if I'm like since I'm in Indianapolis, I always do shipping and pickup, like shipping, deliveries and pickup at home out here. But whenever I'm like back at home in Gary, I always send a post like, "Hey, I'm back at home. Let me know what y'all want. This is what I got so far." So I know
Yeah.
around too. I sometimes be over there in Gary. I sometimes be in Chicago at some events too, and sometimes in Ohio. But I'm planning on traveling more.
Like I said, y'all, this young lady is a whole vibe. So we got the website where people from all over will support you. Okay. So we got some upcoming candles coming up, which I mean, I'm gonna be pretty much stalking your website to see when a few zodiac signs is dropping. But you're gonna have to be have some favoritisms for the Pisces one. Okay. So moving on. Now we just talked about you being 25, starting your business. Huh?
24.
24. Child, I done called you 25, baby.
I'm about to say, I'll be 25 next year.
Look at me trying to put a spin to it. We just go speak it into
I'm
this.
not 25 yet. I'm not 25 yet.
That's what I do when I make a big mess up. Like, girl, let's just speak it into existence. I could really mess up. Okay. So 24, and you started out like you said with the cooking, and now you with the candles. But I kind of want to merge into what that world is like. You are young in your young 20s, your early 20s, and social media has kind of raised our babies. I'm gonna let you take the floor because it was certain things that I told you I would love for you to touch on. And I'm just gonna start it off with this. Being in your 20s, like I said, social media is y'all's, I don't know what to compare it
I
to.
call it dopamine. I call it dopamine. Okay.
Yes.
So that's basically like what it is to me. So usually, like, I rarely be on social media myself, like on my personal life. Speaking on personal life, as a 24-year old. Well, I'm gonna just speak on early 20s. So basically, like, how should I say this? Going through life changes and going through things that have hurt me emotionally. I would say emotionally, mentally, that had actually had made me more tapped into emotional intelligence and more into my self-awareness as well as I'm growing older. And now seeing the generation that I'm in and people that's like slightly older than me, that's like in their late 20s, mid 20s, I'm like digging in my head like, we are not on the same frequency. What is going on? Like, what happened? It gotta be a shift like that happened during the pandemic or like before that, or just something down those lines, or like from childhood trauma too. Like when I say like I'm really big on mental health, I'm really big on it too. So that's like another reason why like I'm kind of into candles now, making candles because it's like therapy to me. It's like therapeutic. So like I zone out. Once I'm off of work, I go straight to making candles. So I'm like, okay, I'm chilling. I'm cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like blocking out all the negativity that happened that day. I'm like, I'm cool. I'm chilling at my home. I'm making candles. Everything smells good. I'm chilling. But just pretty much like as a 24-year-old though, like from losing friends to like having dealing with heartbreaks and stuff, like people come and go. People come and go, and like having to understand the art of detachment and understanding it is okay to be alone and be on your own, that actually will help you on the long run of like who can be there for you, like pointing out within yourself like who can be there for you, and like because people can switch up and not like just like that, like no matter like what's the history or bond y'all have, you know, just like that. So it's like, hey, people, like things change. You know, you have to learn how to adapt. That's one thing I will say. One of the biggest things I will say, especially in your early 20s or just getting out of high school, learn to adapt. Because once you get out of high school, you got that high school diploma, time is flying. And like I even thought about this the other day that, um, like dang, I just graduated high school. Like almost, it's about to be a decade,
Hmm.
and within 4 more years, I was like, dang. I'm like, and then like I would say too, like this gonna be regular too. I always tell everybody in their that's approaching their 20s or in their 20s now, like pretty much like when you do 20 to 29, you will reach to a point where you're feeling stuck. You will feel stuck. That's normal. That's like everything because like everybody's in college, and then you see people getting pregnant, having babies, having a family, to having the whole like finishing it with college themselves and get married. You know, just saying everybody upgrading their life at like everybody in their own pace. You know, I always tell people that too, but like just seeing that, it's just like, especially on social media, back to dopamine. So if you see somebody else like upgrading their life, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what they got going on behind the screen. You gotta focus on what you got going on. You know? Can't compare yourself. You can't. You really can't. Because the more you compare yourself, the more that's gonna draw away from yourself. Okay. So I always tell people just adapt as you go within your life, and also like don't compare. Don't compare like to other people within yourself, because like you all what you got, you know. So yeah.
I am at the age where they call me auntie, and auntie is so proud of you.
Thank you,
I'm
Auntie.
listening to you, and I mean, you just said so much. Like you ahead of your time, young lady, and I want you to know that. Like the words that you spoke, I think people in your generation is more of you than what we do know about. And that's what I want people to know is not always what you see on TV. We got people in your age group that's focused. But what you said, it spoke to some people who are lost and they think that, hey, if I go on TikTok and learn it, I'm supposed to be, a millionaire by the next week. And if it doesn't happen,
That'll be funny. That'll be funny if it does. But yeah.
yeah, I love that again, you started off telling us the stages. It wasn't, oh well, I just woke up and this is what I do. It took you learning. It took you saying, okay, I need what you say, a wax gun or something. These are the
So
things I need.
that was yep, a suggestion. It was a heat gun to improve how my chemical burns too. So yeah, that was
Yeah.
like good suggestion. Um, and other people had suggested too. Like when I first started, I didn't know. I honestly, I can tell you right now, I really didn't know how much oil, like fragrance oil, I should put in my candle. I was just like pouring it and then like just hope for the best
Yeah.
for the so, but I didn't know because like for an 8 ounce candle, and I was trying to look it up too. I honestly was trying to like learn and look it up how much to put in there, but Google wasn't helping me out. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just put it out there. But someone said a customer had told me like months back, like it needs to be a little stronger. So I was like, okay. So I probably need to do a little bit more. So I did a little bit more, and ever since then, it's like everybody can smell it without even having the lid. That's how strong it is. It's even stronger than the sense that's at Target and Walmart and Meyer and wherever else, you know? So like
Mhm.
it's like real close to Bath and Body Works sense.
It
So
is. That's what pulled me in. Like I am a candle girl. You want to make me smile? y- I- Give me them candles, honey. Like I'm a candle girl, and this is why this interview was so important to me. Not only do I love candles, I love supporting people that I genuinely feel and know they're on their grind. I go on your page and I see the consistency. And I also see that you post that you have some upcoming events. And I want to talk about these upcoming events. Like, where can these people find you? You outside already.
already. So to pretty much summarize. So usually I tell people I would say June through August is my busiest months. I will be outside, especially in June, because Juneteenth is coming up. That's our day.
Yes. Yes.
Turn up, you know. So I'm so ironically, I have an event later on within a few hours actually. So I'm about to after this podcast, I gotta hurry up and hit the road, and then I got like three three four more events later on this month. So like I always tell people, if you can't find it on my social medias, you can follow me on my personal page too. It's Sweet Tea with the TI at the end. So you should see me pop up, and I usually just try posting on my personal, but I always try to like at least post it on all my social medias. I sometimes forget because I have short term memory. Okay, but I've been trying to make sure I be on top of everything. So other than that though, like I have events. I have a bunch of events. I would say like at least I would say the total of five, potentially six, maybe seven, maybe. But for June, but for July, I would say I got like about three so far. Because people is just now announcing that they hosting events. Now I'm like, why have they tell me ahead of time? But for now, I have three in June and then I got two in August. So but I know we just try to do events, at least two events in each month. Unless like I get requests. I always get emails sent out to me too, like from other people that's hosting events or text messages like, hey, can you pull up? And I'm like, you know what? I'm starting to get my name out there. That's how I know
Yes,
the right. So I was like, people be hitting me up now instead of me having the request. That's how I know I'm growing.
man.
So yeah, I've been
Amen.
like three of those events. They were actually requested from me, from them to me. So most of them will be free now because everybody know who I am. And they
That's
see
right.
I've been growing, and I don't even have to ask. That's how I know I got it. You
I
know.
wanna I wanna stay there for a second. I do. I just wanna stay there because this is the moment where you bask in it. This is the moment, like you said, I went from knocking on doors to now they coming at you.
Yep.
We got a few more minutes before you gotta be speed demon, okay? But
Yep.
what does that feel like? This is something that you started and now you getting recognized. Just what does that feel like for you?
It's feeling like um racing to the finish line. I'm not done yet. You know. This
Yeah.
is the beginning. You know. So it's like I got a race after a race after another race. So like yeah, I'm getting recognition. But I'm not done yet. I'm not done. I'm trying to make it to seven figures. Okay. So this is just the beginning. That's all I can say. It's just the beginning. And I'm glad that I'm starting to get my name out there. Everybody like you even have promo videos and I'm just now getting tapped into my YouTube channel too of like putting together of like customers shouting me out and stuff, so people can know like I'm legit. I'm not into like all that scamming and stuff. No, like I'm legit. I'm into my business and like outside of that, I'm a pharmacy technician. So other than that though, like it feels good. It really feels good instead of like having to reach out for people, especially for a really well known event that's like happening around the city or so. Like people had like even like customers had like put people on that's hosting that event like, hey, I know this person, she makes candles, maybe you should have her in your event, and then they reach out to me. So it's like word of mouth. It's like it's wonderful, and I really 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 appreciate everybody's support, even the customers. Shout out to my customers and everybody else that supported since day one and see me grow, because I won't be able to do this without y'all. So like y'all definitely played a really big part for me, and I will never forget every single one of y'all that have been there for me ever since day one.
Now, I want you to know, like I told you before, the moment you walked through the door, I was like, it's something over her. And now I know what it is.
Yes.
Okay. Now I know what it is. I recognize greatness and it's all over you. I will be keeping my eyes on you once again before we wrap up this wonderful interview. Okay. Long time coming. but it's, you know what? Timing is everything. We believe in that. Let us know again your, your Instagrams. Let these people know exactly where they can find you.
Mhm.
And, if it's a contact number, anything you want to give out, I'll let you have the floor so people can know again.
Um, so like if you can go on my website, all my information, like as far as the social media on there too, like you can find it on there. You'll probably have to scroll down a little bit, but it's a slideshow where it shows like information on like who I am, how the business started, and social medias and where to find me, you know. But to like far as reaching out to me, you can follow me on social media or you can just shoot me a text as well on social media as well for like mainly I try to respond accordingly uh but usually I post on my social media. That's why I always tell people like just catch me on social media. I mainly be on Instagram. If you catch me on my main page on Instagram is One Tall Pisces, and my business page is linked in together, so you should see in my bio. So you should see One Tall Pisces, the actual word one, then Tall Pisces. And then on Facebook, you should see my main page. It's gonna be Sweet Tea, just like how it says on the podcast, but it will be Sweet Tea. It didn't like it'll be Ti instead of just the word letter T. So that's how you can like actually reach out to me personally if you try and figure out like where I'm at, what new sense I got, or like just have a question or concerns about what type of candles I got.
One more question. This just came to me. Do you customize? Like if somebody hit you up and be like, look, can you make a certain scent? Let's say somebody loved to send a baby powder or just something. Do you customize? Can you get them something like that?
Of course. I always do customize. I even customize with a message on there too. So like once the candle was lit, the message will show. That's actually one of my favorite features that I made. I feel like that's underrated. But yeah, so I also do customizations and like even like gender reveals. I do that as well. All you gotta do is just send a request, you know. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Like if you want like 3 cents into a candle, I can do that. And just trial and error, just to see like how it goes, and like hopefully you like it. If you don't like it, I'll still give it for you for free. Because it's trial and error. But
Yeah.
if you end up liking it, it's still gonna be the same price. I ain't gonna upcharge anybody. That's doing too much.
Okay. So we got the website,
Yeah.
we got the shipping. We also have at times, dropping off face to face.
Mhm.
We got the zodiac sign line coming up. Y'all
Mhm.
heard it here first though. Like y'all heard it here first. All right. Um, it's so much in store for you that I'm so excited that you spent your time. I know you got to go, but you spent your time with me, y'all. I want y'all to support this young lady, 24 years old. She could be out here making twerk videos. I ain't saying she ain't got them, but I'm just saying because she in her 20s. But this is what she's doing. She wants to be the 7 figure, but I'm gonna bump that. This is 8 figures up in this thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You go.
So if you guys want to find her, she's all over the place. And just look for her. You want something customized, she's here for that. And keep your eye out. She got a few more things in store. And that's all I can say. So until next time, y'all, like, share. If you want to be a host, no, not a host, because I'm the host. Okay.
Yeah, hoes. I'm like, what? We about to have another person doing it?
Listen, why I always mess up towards the end? It's always the end that I'll be like, damn, okay. But no, I'm looking for some awesome guest speakers, guest hosts, whatever I'm trying to say. It's always the ending, y'all. It's always the end. But if you want to be a guest, put your phone down podcast. I'm not too hard to find. I am down to one platform. So catch me on Facebook, put your phone down podcast. Also, this will be on YouTube. This will be on all platforms. We go do another shout out to, what did you say, 1112 Candles that
Yes.
has helped
11,
guide.
yeah,
What is it?
company.
1112.
11, 12. Yep.
Shout out to 1112 that got my little sister right. Until the next time, y'all, support, support, support this candle. She really is. I'm not saying this. She would not be on this platform if I didn't smell that candle. She really is giving Bath and Body Works a
Amen.
run. I promise you. Like if those candles a little bit too much for you, hit this young lady up. She's doing some great things. Keep your eye on her. She's hitting the streets. I done said too much. This is the longest outro that I've ever done. I've been trying to say bye for like 15 minutes. So, okay. Until the next time, y'all, I love y'all so much for listening, liking, and sharing. We got our young lady, TiChari. I said your name right up in
Hey,
this thing.
absolutely.
The owner operator of Sweet Teas Candles, y'all. So be well to one another. And until the next time, peace.
I like how we did